I guess the most important question is, when did you decide to sign this exclusive Disney contract?
Hey, I would love to do that. I love working at Disney. They are the best. They're confident. They let you carve out new space for yourself. They don't micromanage. I'm into them. I'm all in on Disney.
Who just handed you a 20?
I'm telling you, I'm all in. I tell Alan Horn and Sean Bailey all the time. I'm all in. I love them.
Were you more nervous to film the sequence where you're coming down in the the umbrella?
Yeah.
Or signing on to this movie?
Oh, the umbrella, for sure. Because that's just a physical thing that takes over you, where you think, this is it. I could die playing Mary Poppins. This could be how I go, you know. Signing on to it was maybe because I was a bit stunned. I didn't quite absorb it in the magnitude that it probably was. But Rob Marshall is the most emboldening person in the world. You sort of could fly without an umbrella with Rob Marshall. And he made sure everything felt beautiful, exquisitely intimate, and that I was capable of doing this, and there was no one else who could play this role. He says stuff to you like that, and you're like, you know what? I believe you. I will believe anything that comes out of your mouth.
I am curious, though, with the umbrella thing, how does that get presented to you? Does he pull you aside like the day before and say, so we're going to do this sequence, don't be nervous?
No. We've all realized Rob's greatest gift, we call him the sweet assassin, because he's so wonderful, and he approaches you with this like beatific smile, and he says, okay, so honey, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna be 60 feet in the air. It's so exciting, right? So exciting. And you're gonna come all the way down and walk straight into your close-up, and it's gonna be so fabulous. It's gonna look so beautiful, you know? And you just do it because you don't want to let him down. You can't bear the thought of letting him down.
They always say in movies, don't work with animals and don't work with kids.
Yeah.
The kids in this movie are phenomenal.
Aren't they phenomenal? I know, they're exquisite.
It doesn't make sense.
They're beyond.
Yes.
Beyond.
So when did you what was it like meeting them for the first time, or just seeing their work, because they're so good?
Well, they are so brilliant, and I got to really bond with them and get to know them over the 9 weeks of rehearsal, and they were they're delightful and radiant and very different personalities. You know, Pixie, who plays Annabelle, is such a pro. I mean, she's probably worked more than any of us put together. She's just she's the perfect child. And Nathaniel, who plays her twin, he's very capable of anything and observant and just could do anything that was asked of him. And Joel is the blonde one, who was completely out of his mind and would sort of be bouncing off the walls, but yet, because he's never done a film before, he has no technique whatsoever. He was sort of wonderful when you put the camera on him, because he was so spontaneous and so cool.
I definitely want to talk about the underwater stuff. What is it like actually filming that, and talk a little bit about the technical stuff that goes on in making something like that?
Well, that was all green screen. We're on wires sort of hung horizontal, and you have to kind of pretend to be swimming, so a lot of these sort of arm movements. And then what they do is they play the music at double speed, so that so you have to sing at double speed, which is a bit embarrassing because you sound a bit like Alvin and the Chipmunks. But then what they do is when they put it all together, they can slow you down or something so that it looks like you're floating. It looks like your body's floating, but your lips are moving at the right time with the music. Does that make sense?
It does, and it's crazy.
I'm very untechnical, so I don't know. It's just madness. I just did what I was told.
And it seemed to have worked out.
Yes.